Even with stealth, everything ultimately can be found. All objects have mass and thus gravity. Every object moving in a medium creates vortices, and must expend energy to do so. If nothing else, objects of a certain size have to occupy some space for some time. A set of sensors placed sufficiently close together can, in theory, eventually trap everything by getting close enough. A line of sensitive receivers placed close together will find its line of sight to a beaming object cut if a bomber, no matter how stealthy, rolls past. Sensors of certain minimum discrimination placed close enough together can, at some Pilsen, catch anything. That's Martin Lebecki, reflecting on some of the principles of network-centric warfare. And a helpful reminder in XCOM as well that even your most stealthy movements, perhaps those made under concealment, can be detected by particular groupings of the AI's units. And obviously it's something we will be wanting to be mindful of while we go sneaking around on a landed UFO. So, to recap from where we left off, a UFO landed in South Africa, I believe, but we weren't able to find out what it was. So we could be touching down for a landed large, it could be a medium, or it could be a landed small. We have a group of specialists, and to be honest, I'm not sure that they would be able to take on a landed large. It's a possibility, but especially if it's one of the large sort of harvester supply barges rather than an abductor, I'm not sure that we've quite got what it takes to do it. But we'll give it a go. I'm hoping this is a medium or a small, but we're going to have to see. It's a little bit late at night, so if this is a landed large, I may actually cut off the recording and resume it another day. But if it's a smaller medium, I might give it a go. So let's touch down and see what happens. We're bringing along 2 gunners for suppression, infantry for extra shots, basically, rocketeer to blow stuff up, and then we've got a scout and assault for
We're heading to
killing
South
things.
Africa for this one, and we need to get down there fast.
Okay, I think this is a medium.
Reports indicate the UFO is set down in a sparsely populated area. We need to stay sharp and eliminate the invaders.
Yeah, I think this is a medium, which would be really good, actually. Challenging, unquestionably. I think a medium at this point in the campaign would have 2 outsiders. And, we're probably looking at like 30 aliens, maybe, something like that. This is going to be really tough. But as long as it's not large, I'm feeling like we can do it. Let's have a look. Oh, that thing in the distance is looking pretty big, actually. Let's see. Oh no. Oh no, it's a large. Alright. Well, we're here. Do I want to try do this now?
This is Big Sky. We are in position and awaiting further orders.
Roger that, Big Sky. Strike 1, you are green to deploy. Approach with extreme caution. Current enemy status at the site is unknown.
Okay, part of me really wants to do this, but I don't want to get my troops killed. I think what I'm going to do is just hold in this position. It's not too bad, we've got some elevation. See if we can get through 1 or 2 early engagements safely. There's going to be chrysalids on this map. Unquestionably, probably floaters and thin men as well. Yeah, I don't know. Like if we had corporals or slightly higher ranked troops, this is a possibility. But for many of these troops, this is their second mission, and I have to confess, I'm still getting back into XCOM again. I've been playing kind of on and off, and this is the only campaign I have going at the moment as well. So since I finished my my second classic, yeah, we'll have to see. Let's position. Let's kind of get everyone in place here. Just kind of consolidate the squad. LMG. Maybe put the LMG here. Or actually, let's go for the elevated position with the LMG. And I don't want to step the infantry out one tile too far. All right, let's just hold here and then see what we can hear. Chrysalids, sectoids. Okay. So what I think I'm going to try and do, I'm not sure I want to take on the outsiders. That's the main thing I'm worried about. I actually have a decent enough squad against chrysalids, although you often want to fall back from them, and with an LMG gunner, like, we've got to be really, really careful. Yeah, I'm just going to, like, let's push the scout up.
Heading there now.
Okay, glad not to have toggled anything. Let's dash the LMG up here, maybe?
Moving.
Maybe push the infantry up the top as well. So up there. What I'll do is just have... Not sure where to put the rocket. Maybe up here. So what I'm thinking I might do is just try and kill a few, like maybe 1 or 2 pods of aliens, and then come back and abort. I don't just want to run off and just have this be a completely wasted mission. Alright, Thin Man. So it'd be worth to at least get a bit of experience before we, you know, pull out. So I'll try not to stray too far from the LZ. Now, a map like this, we're looking at least, I mean, it's been a long while since I've done one of these, and certainly a very long while since I've done one early in the campaign, but, excuse me, you know, in mid-late game, these landed barges have, you know, they can have something like 50 aliens, 40 to 50 aliens. Alright, we got our first pod. We got Thin Man. We got 4 of them.
That alien is unusually human in its appearance. They could be using it as an infiltration unit of some kind. I'd recommend capturing it for further analysis.
Alright, well, we can potentially shoot at it with our saw, so that's nice. Otherwise I want to be falling back, I think. One concern, I think, is that if we fully break line of sight with the aliens, I think they tend to, like, pile in on you. Have to be very careful that we don't get flanked along here too, right? Like, that Thin Man could maybe flank us. And then there's the one up the roof. He might be running up here. I mean, ugh, this is not a nice place to be fighting these sectoids, these Thin Men. I think I'm going to pull us back. Just kind of sit back. Let's see. How can we do this? I wonder whether I should shoot. 43 is not bad, and it would be a kill. I'm going to take it. No. That's unfortunate.
That is not good.
Okay. I think this position should be reasonably safe. Oh good, and we can get an overwatch here. That's nice. Alright. I want to follow the scout back into this position here. Yeah, that's probably not a bad spot for the rocket, actually. Assault. Back here. And just hunker down. And what kind of range can we get on a rocket here? It's not great, but it's not terrible either. Let's just hold that position, probably out of range, and then pull back this gunner. Alright, we're out of here.
This negates any hope we had of establishing a clear pattern of behavior among the alien species. This specimen is nothing like the others.
Seems like they've got one of everything.
Well, could rocket them. Please don't suppress us.
A little help over here, please.
Oh, shit. This is really bad. Oh, that one could be flanked, but, I mean, we may well be spending our whole squad just to kill the... Okay. Have to be very cautious here. So... Just want to see what our options are with the rocket. I mean, the thing is, those chrysalids have to die this turn, and, you know, our best bet at doing that is by rocketing them. Could also flashbang them. Could flashbang the chrysalids. Rocket the Thin Man to free... Actually, I just realized something, which is that my Rocketeer is actually on the LZ. So the Rocketeer could free my my gunner. Or is it my infantry, sorry. We've got a couple of AP grenades, I think. Jeez, that Thin Man. We have a great shot at that Thin Man from there. But because it's a shotgun, I mean, what about my gunner? Can't quite get there. Scout. Scout could get there. I think the assault actually has better aim though. Oh no, Medina's aim is terrible if I remember correctly. So Anytown is probably our best bet to take that shot. But yeah, I'm just trying to decide what to do here. I mean, if we're staying put, we're going to have to blow up those. I mean, this is doing what? 4 damage. It's more likely to be like 3 damage, maybe. 1, 2, 3. Like, here's the thing. Both AP grenades aren't even going to kill this whole pod. If we flashbang them, though, they might not be able to actually get to us. So it could drop back, pop a smoke, flashbang them, rocket over here. Pull back to here and kill them. But here's the problem, right? Then at the following turn, they're going to run up and block us. And then what do we do? Is there a way I can do this by planting a rocket on top of the chrysalids? 7 damage. These have 1, 2, 3, 4. These have 5 health. So to kill them, we're probably looking at a rocket and an AP grenade needed down here. So that's probably the infantry, right? Falling back, APing. And the only way that happens, if we suppress that Thin Man, which would require us to just fire a rocket like at point blank range like this, which is risky, right? We could hit our own troops. I'd be falling back to, so I'd have to fall him back first. I kind of want to give this a go. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Fall the scout back to here and potentially shoot at that Thin Man, although I will save the shot because we might need it on the chrysalids first. Okay, he's fallen back. Then we fire a rocket on these guys. And the other reason I like that move is that I can then dash him back across to the LZ if I need to. Okay, before shooting, obviously. Let's try this. All right.
Position confirmed.
What kind of shots does this give us? Alright. Not bad. Like a 77. Okay. Jeez. I mean, if we hit our own troops, you know, we're also out of here. Put it back a little bit further. But too far, and we don't, you know, we don't actually have the requisite damage. That looks pretty good. Alright, Schmid, do it. Okay, really good rocket. So, where are our IP grenades? We've got one there, which in the ideal world is used on them. We've got one here. Okay. So, if I suppress this thin man, I think that should sort out his ability to get us. And then at worst, right, we've suppressed him. Then we fall back, lob an AP grenade. Let's just see what the range on the AP grenades is. Yeah, we're pretty easily in there. We're probably using 2 AP grenades here to kill those. And then we can kill this thin man here. Yeah, this is looking like it could work. Alright. I'm gonna try it. Okay, there's our suppressor.
Suppressing fire on target.
Okay, now I think I should be able to get out. Oh, we're still suppressed, it says. Oh, man. Alright. I think that means... Shit, well, we're just going to have to take this run. Please don't kill me. Oh, it's a 40%. Okay. Whew. Well, the suppression would have lowered the odds. It would have been like a 70 or 80% without it, so... Now, let's see here. We want it right on top of the biggest, nastiest one, I think. That looks pretty good, actually. That's right in the middle of them all. Okay.
Bombs away.
Alright, one left. Now, this is where things get kind of interesting. Could actually move up, although we're then liable to get flanked from there. What can I see with the saw? Yeah, see, I'd love to be able to suppress that thin man there. I think this guy has to die. Alright, troops are coming through here. Jeez, okay. Now, what have we got here? We've got a running gun as well. That's worth noting. So there's a few options here. Kind of a shocker we have 58%. It's not bad, but it's not great either. So, is it 3 thin men still alive? Yes, these 3 thin men. One of whom is suppressed. The other of whom I can suppress with my other gunner. God, it'd be great to kill this dude. But moving to this kind of position is pretty suicidal. It's really... Yeah, that thin man, we're just going to have to leave there and just hope he doesn't like run up here or something. Kind of want him in heavy cover. If I move to this spot, I mean, we're very much flankable from these guys, but we'll have them suppressed at least. Something to check is if either of the thin men in this stack have lightning reflexes. Alright, we simply can't know. Just gonna have to pray that they don't this early in the campaign. Jeez. I don't want to be stuck in the half cover. But I also don't want to be here, because this position just, you know, this thin man is probably flanking us if we're doing that. The thing that would be really nice would be if we could actually suppress this guy, because then we'd, you know, we'd kill him on Overwatch. But that doesn't seem like it's going to happen, sadly. Kind of thinking about this position here. But we can't actually see the chrysalid from there. Can we see it from here? We can, but yeah, that position is no good. I think we might have to stay put and just shoot it from here, and then if we miss, we'll use the AP grenade. I don't love that, though. Well, we can't fall back. You know, there's a chance there's a pod back here, so we can't go that way any further than we are. We've already confirmed that we can't go there. I mean, running getting there is no good either. I think that's it. I mean, I guess the one other spot is here, but no, I'm going to stay put. Alright, don't miss. Oh, good work. I mean, we still had the backup. We had the AP grenade from here. Now, I do have a question. No, that position we can't take. Alright, let's just suppress and be done with it. Okay, that chrysalid pod is probably like the other really big threat on the map. Let's hope there aren't more. Sectoids. Okay. That's fine.
Cover the flank.
Oh shit, that's a flank. Oh my god.
Heavy fire in this zone.
Whew. Well, that was lucky.
Do something. I'm pinned down.
Okay. This could yet be a disaster. So we need to basically, geez, well, where can we run and get to? I mean, the problem is with running out this way, like, alright, we have to spring this troop. What can we see from here? Just that one. 238s. If we kill this dude, we solve a lot of problems. Let's try to take these two shots. One. Man, see, what would I kill for flush? What would I do for flush here? You know, flush suppression, he'd be dead. We're going to need that suppression, most likely. Could move up on him. Need to suppress the guy at the back though. So that's what this is going to be. Alright, gonna have to break that Overwatch using lightning reflexes. Man. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I mean, this is the super aggressive play. Just like flank and kill them both. Then this guy has to die though. Although, interesting. Wow, I'm considering a very aggressive play here. Okay. Well, it looks like we can move here pretty safely. Can we actually see those two Thin Men? We could. Do we have a rocket plan B if moving to that kind of position fails? We do, but it's rubbish. And that's going to be like a, you know, it's not a guaranteed to hit. It's like a 70%, something like that. Gun cover, no. No, I don't think I can reasonably consider that move. One thing that does cross my mind is that could move up and grenade. I probably should have kept that grenade free, but it wouldn't have killed him anyway. Oh. Here's an idea. Okay. That buys me another shot. Yes, we got him. Alright. Wow. I can't believe we're sort of slowly, potentially wrestling things free here. Okay, let's suppress him.
Suppressing target.
And then Here we can try to do something really sneaky. Yeah, they can't see us down here. Let's give it a go. I think you can see what I'm trying to do here.
And the potential storage capacity is enormous. If the aliens are really attempting to bring in this much outside material, it can only mean they're ramping up the scale of the invasion.
Alright. Let's make sure this one is not suppressed. No, he's not. Alright, I've suppressed them both. Next turn we flank them. Guess we'll just Overwatch there. Alright, don't move. Don't you move then. Don't move, don't Overwatch. Just acid us or something. Or like, yeah, shoot at 1%. That's great. Just what we want.
Incoming fire.
Okay, that's fine. We can deal with that. Get the LMG. Suppress.
Aye, aye, light them up.
And now we just creep up to
Could use
them
some ammo
with the
over
shotguns. But not popping the door open. Let's go to there.
Heading there now.
Don't toggle anything else. Alright. Jeez. This is one of the more audacious plays I've made in a little while, I think. That was friggin' terrifying. Alright. So, we've just killed our first 2 pods. Our squad's a bit spread out, so we need to consolidate. Just like moving in this direction, I think. Don't want to move too far in this direction because I don't really want to activate another pod. So I can go there maybe. Alright, reload, reload, reload. So, something jumps to mind as a possible reason why I should be very cautious about going too much further into the map. And that's that we only have 2 medkits. I didn't really prepare the squad, like, equip them. Actually, I'm going to be, I think what I'm going to do, well, I guess there's line of sight blocking there too. Yeah, I think we should be okay to, like, go to there maybe. Just want to get back from that door. I don't want to
Getting it done.
toggle further contact this turn. Okay, I think here we just kind of keep everyone as they are. Maybe I'll pop the rocket there. But otherwise, I think that's pretty good. Reload, Overwatch, reload. I'm leaving the LMG up there because it's a nice elevated position. When you're on, so the LMG I think has like a squad size of about 6 tiles, but that's extended with elevation. All right, we've got floaters. Jeez. Okay. So, yeah, as I was saying, because we only have 2 medkits, that really hinders or limits our ability to really, you know, take much damage. And then, of course, there's the other big problem with carrying on too much is simply that, just move the rocket up here, I think. The other big problem is simply that
Got it, right away.
we don't, you know, if we were to do this, if we were to continue right through the map, we would have to fight, you know, 4, 5, 6, I think it's 5 or 4 or 5, I don't know, somewhere in there, somewhere between 4 and 6 outsiders at the end, including potentially a boss outsider with, I don't know, lightning reflexes and some kind of close quarters or close combat specialist type perk. So we got floaters as well. Floaters could be a real problem for this this particular squad, I think.
I'm on the move.
That said, I'm going to continue a little bit. I'll push forward a little more. We had floaters potentially in here or on the roof, which gives me, which is a little terrifying. Might put the rocket there in acknowledgement of that fact, I guess. And put those two there. Yeah, so, one thing I should be positioning for is in case a floater pod came up over the roof.
I've got my eyes on.
Obviously, rockets would be our counter to floaters right now. Plus, we can suppress them, but if we're going to do this, you probably want that rocket for the outsiders. All right, just kind of keep inching forward here.
Moving out.
On the
Yeah,
move.
let's just move that up. That is where you want your rocket. Just gonna have to hope the floaters don't show up on our flank, because that would be really unpleasant. She's just gonna I'm gonna shuffle the scout back so that I can put the infantry in that position.
Yes, I copy.
I was being really careful trying not to step onto that tile, and then lo and behold, that's exactly what they do. That's alright. At least we knew it was safe for our saw gunner. I mean, I guess the one good thing is, we've expended not too many resources. Like, you're gonna need a rocket on a chrysalid pod at this early point in the game. So we know there are some sectoids ahead of us. The question is, how far ahead are they? Alright, let's just sort of... Now, here's the danger, right? If we drop down here, we can't really move up very easily. So we kind of just want to take another small-ish move so that we can safely fall back if we need to. Kind of want to keep to the right as well. I just shuffle just like that. Sort of inching forward with our squad, really. Yeah, and then we can sort of drop down there next turn, maybe. Let's see. I feel very nervous moving away from the LZ. Part of me does kind of want to just see if we can do it on this map, but... Alright, looks like they're in the main section of the UFO. There's a pretty nice area along here, so if we can set ourselves up in that part, that would be good. Another point on strategy here, obviously, I'm not going to go through the UFO. Partly because the outsiders could be, are likely to be somewhere inside it, but also because I want to be able to fall back to the LZ if necessary. Alright, I'm going to move up like this, I think. Yeah, that'll
Yes, Commander.
be okay, I think. Okay. Go there. Just move the saw there. Infantry
Yes,
there.
I'll take care of it.
Rocket to here. And LMG there, perhaps.
Affirmative.
That looks
Moving
good.
out.
Alright.
On overwatch.
Yes, boss. I'll take care of it.
I'm not sure I've ever done a landed large this early in a campaign. Okay. Now here we want to take very small moves. Perhaps just into there.
On it.
Yeah, that's okay. So we can go there, and then
Affirmativo.
saw up. Assault rifle up.
Heading there now.
LMG can stay back. Rocket I'll have stay back just for a little bit longer.
Identificación en curso.
Roger that. Scanning.
Overwatch, aye.
Alright, they're pretty close.
Hey, you hear anything?
A sectoid pod we should be able to deal with, I think. I want my rocket up there. I'm just gonna actually gonna move forward. No, they're 2 tiles. Alright, good. We want saw,
Order received.
rifle, shuffle the assault around, dash up the rocket. Hopefully it doesn't toggle as it goes around. Okay. Oh boy.
Yes, boss. Off to bed.
Got it covered.
Got it covered.
Okay. Let's continue to just take very small moves here. Alright. Let's go saw.
On my way.
And put the rocket there. Some consideration to putting it there though as well. And I think at this point we need to move up the LMG too. This is a scary one, right? Like, here's the thing. Falling back up here is very difficult. But
On the move.
nothing ventured, nothing gained, I guess. And hey, if worse comes to worse and the campaign ends here, we can always start another one. Not that I'm too keen on doing that. But
Overwatch, escalación en curso.
Come get some. Shh. You hear that?
I think what we're likely to have is, this pod of sectoids, there's probably a pod of drones, we know there's a pod of floaters, could be more thin men. At least we've not heard any thin men, that's good. Alright, we need to...
Bien.
Just gonna... That was possibly very risky and stupid, but... What can you do? That's actually where we want the rocket, I think. And then maybe the assault rifle. Because of light 'em up, these are the 2 troops who you kind of want to, have in good positions first, I guess.
That's affirmative.
So there, and let's kind of pull the scout around. That'll do. Hardly perfect positioning, but
Aye, affirmativo.
we'll survive. I'm partly tempted to actually just hold position here. Don't really want to, the problem is fighting this way is actually a little tricky. There's not a great deal of cover unless you fall back to the log. These 2 logs are the good cover here. I mean, while they're, just half cover, there's lots of it, right? If we advance, our troops are going to be very spread out. So I might actually just kind of hold our positions here. Something like this, maybe. Just for a little while. Let's see what happens. See if anything wanders into us. Be very patient. The thing that makes it really scary to venture much further up the UFO is simply that we have this LMG, and if we toggle the outsiders, running back to the LZ is going to be really hard. Alright, I'm just going to keep holding here. Because the further we progress from this point, the more likely we are to actually get ourselves cut off from the LZ. You know, what if that pod of floaters has moved behind us now, right? I'm gonna overwatch one more time, and I might inch further forward. Need to provoke a fight, really. But it sounds like these sectoids are, you know, actually just inside the... Alright, let's move this guy around so that he can then move into that tree. And we'll see what happens.
You heard that too, right?
Come on, sectoids.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Nothing. Ugh, yeah, this part of the map, this is where things get ridiculous, right? Like, getting up to here is really tough. There's really good cover in here, I think, but... yeah, it's tricky.
Bien.
Let's maybe shuffle the saw around.
Heading there now.
Move the LMG up one tile.
Moving to Overwatch.
Come get some. Disparando.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty spooked. I'm tempted to just kind of cut our losses and fall back. The other thing is, there's one other reason why falling back has some merit, and that's because it's possible that, you know, if the float, often the aliens patrol, like, they'll kind of take a particular route and they'll go back and forth, and so if there is a floater patrol that's, say, coming over the roof and back over and over again, we could kind of find out if we've been cut off or not. So, lame as it sounds, I'm actually going to start just falling back slowly. And let's see if we can get back to the LZ without getting cut off. And if we can, well, that's great. And if not, you know,
Location confirmed.
well, we've learned something then too, you know. Let's see. So we know the sectoids are in there. But what about those floaters? Okay.
Good to go.
Just gonna inch our way along here. Taking very minimal risks.
I'm rolling.
Yeah, I think I may pull out from here because going across this no man's land with the type of squad we have, it just feels so risky, right? The sectoids are over here. What if they come up? We toggle another pod, like, get caught out in no man's land. That feels nightmarish. Yeah, you want to be able to retreat. So here what we want to do is move to this position because it doesn't peek around the corner. Yeah, that's good.
Allá voy.
Get the saw. Keep the rocket. And
Heading out.
LMG back, maybe. Might put the
Order received.
rifleman just kind of up there overwatching too.
Moving to Overwatch.
So to have like a, you know, clear front and back line here.
Por supuesto.
Ugh,
was that?
sectoids. Just gonna check all of my troops. see how we're doing promotion-wise. Promotion, promotion, close to a promotion, 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 and no promotion. But at least that was some good experience, you know, at minimum. Alright, let's kind of...
Moving to position. In marcha.
Ci vado ora. Solid copy, Commander.
Because here we can probably, like, dash to there. Dash to there. Now what happens? Okay, it looks like we might have a reasonably safe safe retreat here. Let's go retreat up along the top, shall we? Put the rocket there.
Position confirmed.
Dash the saw up.
Sono già là.
LMG can go here.
Moving.
Oops, forgot to steady weapon with the rocket there. That's okay.
Quiet. Do you hear something?
Be funny if the sectoids had come out, but I suspect they haven't. Should we have a little peek out here?
On my way.
Just see what's going on. Maybe we'll use the motion tracker next turn.
Voy hacia ese lugar.
Affermativo. I'll make a run for it.
Verstanden, Commander.
On the move.
Just Overwatch rocket this turn. Let's just see what happens on the motion tracker. Maybe we'll just move up to here. Just seeing if I can provoke a fight with those floaters. From this position I'd be confident fighting them, but... nah, it doesn't look like it. Alright, let's get out of here, shall we? Play it safe. I'm so torn. The aliens get a research bonus as well. But I mean, look at this. Look at this thing. We've got barely any troops. You know, squad of 6, only 2 medkits. Floaters somewhere up here. I mean, I guess one thing we could try to do is climb up the roof, but that's the thing. Like, the roof is the worst place to fight floaters. You know, like if we go up here, we've got the squad here. We go up here, we toggle floaters there. You know, like we're stuck. We're screwed. Yeah, it's just too much, I think. Let's get everybody out. Ooh, just realized I moved the assault 1 tile too far. I want to make sure everyone's inside the LZ. Nice and safe.
Heading there now. Heading out. Aye aye.
Alright. Just have paranoid that I'm going to leave without somebody there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're all inside the LZ. Are we doing it? Are we pulling out? Maybe let's just like Overwatch for 1 turn and just see what happens. See if we hear those.
Shh. You hear that?
No floaters anywhere. Sectoids. No, I'm out of here. I'm out. Keep the squad alive. Don't let the campaign end early.
Central, Big Sky is coming home.
It's just not worth it.
Mission aborted.
And we got some good experience there, at least. So it wasn't a complete waste. You know, fairly comparable experience to, like, maybe a light abduction or something. I think that was the right move. Especially, like, had we known it was a landed large before we equipped the squad, we could have brought medkits. I probably would have brought one more gunner instead of the infantry as well. Getting any turn. Oh, I thought we had more troops promoted, but that's alright, I'll take it. I like to use low profile here. Don't use scouts for fighting, really. So, Ranger, you know, you're not missing too much. They're not going to be a unit with hit and run, so they won't be shooting twice, nor will they have in the zone. You'd want Ranger if you were going in the zone, probably. I mean, Deadeye, kind of hard to hit flying targets with a shotgun, so, and unless you're going point blank range, in which case you're going to hit them anyway. So low profile is great. Keeps them alive, lets you move into different types of cover. You know, like had Sophie C had low profile in the drone swarm a couple missions back. You know, she wouldn't have been in such a nasty position. Alright. Let's just spin the globe, shall we? Wow, we're getting lots of missions this
We're
month.
receiving several urgent requests for assistance.
Fly abduction
There are
in Birmingham
abductions in
on an
progress
urban
at
block.
each marked site on the hologlobe.
Well, Sophie C can lead out a squad. Hollow targeting. Just want to see something, actually. What's the deal with the officer training school? 1 power, $200. So we could build up. Do we have the money? I mean, say we sell the drones and the Illyrium. The Thin Men corpses are kind of sellable. Don't want to sell melds, don't really want to sell alloys or fragments. Nah, we're nowhere near. Plus there is this abduction that's about to happen, so... Yeah, you just wait till the end of the month. Yeah, we're so close. Okay. As we were. Okay. So we're on an urban block map. I think I like the idea of bringing a saw gunner. Again, let's see if we can find... that could be a saw right there. Decent mobility. Decent armor, decent aim. What else? Overwatch medic right there. Toby Gorman could be a saw. More infantry. In the ideal world, your saw gunners would have 14 mobility, but that's just not going to happen. Yeah, alright. Dula Dawit, saw gunner. Saw high cap ceramic, maybe. Bring some rookies. Yeah, that looks about right. Fritz Fischer. We've got lots of Germans in our squads. Any high mobility troopers, rookies remaining? Well, it's only 1, 2, 3, 4 rookies. What I might do is just bring 2 on this one. 2 rookies, and then I'll bring 2 rookies next time as well. This way I can stay safe. Want a Rocketeer. That's a Rocketeer. Slightly above average aim. Decent mobility. It's okay to have 3 health Rocketeers because they get a decent amount of health, even though they're in the back line. Carbine, rocket, maybe the med kit. I don't know, and what do we want? Like a saw gunner? Sorry, I could bring an LMG, but I find on urban blocks you're moving around quite a bit, so especially early on. LMG maybe not ideal. A sniper is a consideration. A grenadier is a consideration. To blow up some cover. An assault is a consideration as well. Kind of like the idea of getting an assault up and running. Like a close combat specialist assault. This is a light abduction. Yeah. Maybe? That's a grenadier, I think. Maybe a scout. Tonmich has very nice, actually, Tonmich is probably a grenadier. Let's see. That is an assault right there. The reason I want to get assaults leveled up quickly is I want somebody with close combat specialist in time for our first terror mission. So I think I will bring an assault. Let's sort that hair out. That'll do. Something I'm mindful of is oops. Kind of like to sort of have the accents be kind of okay. Well, that makes sense. Let's see. Who else can carry? Well, she should probably take the motion tracker. What's his? No, we want him to have, because he's got quite bad defense. The aliens will be shooting at him, so we kind of want him carrying the ceramic. Jeez. Alright. He'll take it. A couple of medkits. A couple of grenades. A couple of rookies. That looks good. I think I'll stop there. Apologies for pulling out of the Landed Large, but I think because of the way events were, I don't know, it felt like the right decision. Like, I could have kept going, but a squad wipe there, pretty much ends the campaign, or certainly is a real blow. Whereas, now we at least kind of have a, what I'm going to do. Just going to sell like 2 drone racks. Just had a thought. Oh, why can't I hire a soldier? I thought soldiers cost 15. Could have sworn. How much do soldiers cost? What? Oh, 20. I think they're 25 actually. Right. I'll sell like one Illyrium. Need to start kind of hiring a few more troops because we're actually getting close to the bottom of our barracks. How many do we have total? Like, yeah. Okay, I don't think we even hired a replacement for Marie Phillips. So, yeah. Rest in peace, Marie. I'm sorry about that. Those drones have just been killing me. All right, let's wrap it up there. Then next time we can take down this abduction, finish the month. Don't know what's happened to Van Dorn. I guess he's still got a couple days left, 3 days left before he shows up. That'll be fun. But I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching.